this video, I'm going to give you advices about what you need to do to draw Boywithuke. First, take a sheet of paper, format A4 or A3. I choose A4 because it is quicker to sketch on it, but the small details will be harder to draw. So if you want to take a bigger format, you are free to use A3. So, for this part, I printed the photo of Boywithuke that I'm going to draw. You can take another one if you want. The basics will be the same, but the drawing and coloring will be different. I'm going to start by dividing the image in equal squares or rectangles. My image is a square, so each side will have the same length. Here it is 20 centimeters, so I'm going to divide that side in 4 parts of 5 centimeters. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other sides of the image. I'm then going to connect the dots from one side to the opposite side vertically and horizontally, and it is going to create squares that are going to help us to draw. When you are finished, take your A4 or A3 paper and draw a similar grid using the same measurements. If the square on your image was 20 centimeters long, then you have to draw a square of 20 centimeters on your paper. But if you use an A3 paper, you have to multiply by 2 the measurements, so if your grid was of 20 centimeters on an A4 paper, you have to make it 40 on your A3 paper. If you don't have a printer, don't worry, you can do the same thing on your computer or your phone. It is going to be trickier because you will have to adapt the measurements, but it should work. So here we have the 2 same grids on the image we're drawing and on our paper, and we're ready to go to the next part. The second phase consists in drawing the shape of Boywithuke without going into the details. That is what the grid is for. It's going to show us what to draw. So the best advice I can give you here is to follow the lines and draw. You just have to copy the image. Before really starting to draw the shape, I advise you to locate where the lines of the body meet the grid and mark them. Then, with the help of the marks and the grid, we're going to start to draw the shape of the body without the details. When you draw the clothes, like the hoodie or the pants, be sure to draw the external details because they will be important. While drawing Boywithuke, you will erase what you draw it again, and erase it. You will make mistakes, but it's okay. The most important thing when you draw is patience. The next step is to draw the details. I'm going to start by the ukulele, but you can choose any other part. For the details, I actually suggest you to draw them from the computer or the phone because the light there is brighter and it's easier to see. When drawing the lines on the ukulele, you can choose a random number, but at the bottom there is a part where there are 3 of them, and it's better to draw them as they are. When drawing the bottom part of the ukulele, you will see the broken strings. Don't draw them just yet, you will add them later with a white pencil. When it comes to the hand, it is really important to draw the shade details because you will need them when you'll be coloring the drawing. Drawing the paint details is probably the longest part because there are a lot of them, so you really have to pay attention to this part and be patient. So this is where the external details are gonna help us to locate shades and lights, so be sure to go over lines to make them clearer. You notice that some details are lighter than the other, and that's what's gonna help us distinguish them. At some point, when you will be drawing the middle of the legs, you will see dark blue stains. They are hard to notice on the paper, so that's why you need the computer. You don't really have to follow the details, just approximately draw the shape. Those dark blue stains will also appear on the top of the pants on both legs and in the middle, so be sure to draw them. I am doing this way too quickly and I don't really draw the details precisely, but you be sure to take your time and really observe the details. Drawing the hoodie is not that difficult because there aren't that many colors. The only difficult thing will be the sleeve and the hood and, well, the mask. You can see that the left sleeve will be lighter than the whole hoodie, and that's gonna help us to draw it. Also pay attention to the blue shades at the bottom of the hood. There are a lot of folds on the sleeve, so first draw the external shape and then in the shape add the details. And don't forget the details of the shade that will be used for the coloring. The mask is probably the hardest part to draw because it's in perspective, so you may have to try to draw it again and again, so just take your time. So here on the right part of the hood there are also a lot of folds, but on the left part there's the mask, so there's less shades there. You'll see that the eyes on the mask are different. The left one is more round and the right one has more of an oval shape. That's because of the perspective. You have to draw it this way, and if it doesn't really look so good when you're finished, try again and again and until it looks good. will also be reflections of light on the mask, mostly on the right part, but on the left, if you look closely, there will be two. So in this first part we finished the drawing of Boywithuke. If you want, I can make a second part about coloring. Tell me in the comments if you like this video and if you want the next part.